Berlin. A German mayor who had won accolades for his welcoming approach to refugees was recovering Tuesday after being stabbed in the neck in an attack that authorities said was politically motivated. Andreas Hallstein, a member of Chancellor Angela Merkel's conservative Christian Democratic Union, was at a kebab shop in the West German town of Altena on Monday evening when a man asked if he was the mayor, shouted criticism of his asylum policies, and then lunged with a foot-long blade. Hallstein was treated at a hospital and released. At a news conference Tuesday, he credited the kebab shop owner, Abdullah Demir, as well as Demir's wife and son, with helping to save his life. "I'm sure that if they hadn't reacted like that, I wouldn't be alive now," Hallstein said, his neck wrapped in bandages. Demir, who is of Turkish origin, told the German tabloid Bild that the mayor had just ordered a Turkish kebab sandwich when the perpetrator, who appeared to be drunk, confronted him. "I myself am hungry and thirsty," the assailant said, according to Demir, while the mayor keeps bringing more refugees. Armin Laschet, the state premier of North Rhine-Westphalia, said security officials think the attacker, who was taken into custody, had a political motive. Merkel tweeted Tuesday that she was outraged by the knife attack on Mayor Andreas Hallstein, and very relieved that he is able to be back with his family. "Thanks also to those who helped him," tweeted Justice Minister Heiko Maas, "We must never accept attacks on people who are just helping others." The attack comes at a time of growing concern about right-wing violence in Germany, 2 years after the European refugee crisis brought more than 1 million newcomers to the country. The German daily Tagesspiegel reported earlier this year that authorities had a list of more than 12,000 potentially violent right-wing extremists, significantly more than a year prior. The Interior Ministry said it had nearly 600 outstanding arrest warrants for right-wing offenders. In September, Alternative for Germany became the first far-right party to win seats in the German parliament in more than half a century, having campaigned on an anti-Muslim, anti-migrant platform. Monday night's attack on Hallstein echoed the stabbing 2 years ago of Henriette Reker, who was campaigning at the time to be mayor of Cologne, Germany's fourth-largest city. Like Hallstein, Reker was stabbed in the neck in what authorities described as a backlash against her pro-immigrant stance. Reker, a Merkel ally, recovered from the attack and won the election days later. In June 2016, on the eve of Britain's Brexit vote, pro-refugee British lawmaker Joe Cox was shot and stabbed to death by a far-right extremist. Hallstein's town, Altena, is in a pretty but relatively poor area on the banks of the Lenne River, about 50 miles northeast of Cologne. The town of 17,000 has struggled in recent years as factories have closed and the population has dwindled. But amid the refugee crisis, as Syrians, Iraqis, Afghans and others driven from their homes by war fled to Germany, Hallstein was adamant that the town would do more than its share. It took in 350 people, as mandated by higher-level authorities, then accepted 100 more.